Howdy, folks. What's going on? This is the Outlaw Hatfield back at you one more time. Uh, Today we're just hanging out. Basically, we're going to do a little chit-chatting about different subjects. I got Gunpowder with me here. How you doing, Gunpowder?
I'm doing great. Thank you for the link. I hope everybody out there is having a great day as well.
I'm sure they are. I know I am. And RL, how are you doing?
I'm just wonderful. How are you, sir?
I am pretty good. And go fuck yourself. So now that that's out of the way, um, see, I beat you. I beat you to the fuck before you did.
Wow, such hostility today. Who pissed in your Cheerios, sir?
Nobody. I just had to get the fuck out of the way before he said it. I wanted to beat him to the punch today. I had to beat.
This isn't a late. I was fully prepared to keep it PG-13. This isn't late night.
Oh well, I know that at least one or two's going to slip in anyway, because it always does. So I figured I'd just go ahead and let the cat out of the barrel, and we'd move on from there. See where it's going? Make sense? So, how's everybody out there in the YouTube side doing tonight? Let's see who we got out there. We got Black Cat. Black Cat, you are everywhere. Amorphous, Slim Cowboy, Zippy, and the 1%er is out there, guys. We have a celebrity, Rich White. How you doing, Rich? So, what's new with you two? Anything going on?
Me, not so much. I'm still trying to edit videos, trying to shoot videos. I'm still working on stuff from Wanamaker. And now I've even doubled my load up even more because we just got back from NRA on Sunday. And yeah, it's a lot.
So, did you meet anybody special at NRA?
Yes, I actually got to meet Chad Prather and Graham Allen.
You got to meet.
I'm super
Chad.
excited. Yes.
Chad is one cool dude. He's one of those guys that I would love to do an interview with one night, and I've actually sent him a message. I have never got anything back from him. I don't know if he got it or not. That's been months and months ago, so I might have to shoot him another one eventually. But I would love to do a one-on-one with him one night.
Well, let me shoot him an email as well and tell him, hey, I'm the girl with the colorful hair that you met at NRA, and we have a lot of people who would love to sit down and talk with you. But if you don't know of the Outlaw Hatfield, you have to be on his show because he's big channel. He's good people.
Yeah, he's gonna like. I've never heard of this guy before.
And then I'll look at him and be like, well, you never heard of me either, but my hair stuck out, so you remember me.
So
it's gonna be like that.
So he gave you his email address? Is that what you're saying?
I may or may not have had some interaction.
And by interaction, she basically means she walked by, she said hi, and he said hi, and that was the end of it. Maybe got a hug and a picture taken.
Listen. I got connections, yo. I got connections. Gunpowder Beauty channel is up and coming, and people want to get on the bandwagon because I got colorful hair, and I ain't scared to talk to nobody.
We've noticed,
especially those big up people.
We've noticed that. I see some gun porn. Hold on a minute. You gotta
hold up.
What's going on?
There's gun porn.
Yeah, I get ready to test this little guy here. Hopefully,
you haven't shot that yet.
No.
Why? What is wrong with you? Why are you slacking?
Is it because you're wearing a purple shirt? It's not fucking purple.
It's purple.
Your hair is purple.
Totally. I know my hair is purple. There's a reason why my hair is purple, but your shirt, sir, is purple.
I'm thinking that you're the only one that don't realize that you have a purple shirt on, or either that or your camera's colors mixed up. One or the other.
See, now you're totally rocking because you got that little southern hat going on with your purple shirt. Looks like a blue undershirt, but that might be black. But your camera's showing it as like a navy blue.
Actually, it is a navy blue.
Okay, so your camera's right. You are wearing a purple shirt, sir.
Not wearing purple.
Oh, it's totally purple.
It is purple.
Might want to get your eyes
It's-
checked because I
it's
think you're
actually
getting colorblind.
it's actually the same color.
See if anybody thinks I'm wearing purple.
It's actually the same color as the beauty part of Gunpowder's Beauty's icon.
That's pink, Outlaw. That's pink.
That is not
That ain't
pink, bro.
purple.
That's purple.
That is pink. That is pink.
That does not.
That is what they call magenta.
Magenta is
It's pink.
purple.
No, magenta is pink.
Nah, crazy. You are crazy.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
We're going to have an argument on the show about the color of shirts and her icon. Hey, Ghost, I got you a link out in the Gun Channel side if you want to jump in here. Midnight, how are you doing? Gunpowder actually authorized me to do this show tonight. So if you got a problem, you can talk to her.
I'm sorry. I did what?
I say you authorized me to put on this show tonight.
I authorized you to be on what show?
To put on this show tonight.
Oh, to put on this show tonight. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Listen, you're a grown man. What you want to do, I'm not going to stop you. I mean, I'm glad that people think I got that kind of power, but it doesn't seem like it's really.
Midnight Range was asking who authorized me to put on this show, so I figured I'd let him know that you authorized it.
Oh yeah, Mohawk Boy, I totally authorized it. If you have a problem with it, you can send an email to gunpowder.beauty01@gmail.com. Unless it's a complaint, then write it on a piece of paper and stick it where the sun don't shine. That's all I got to say.
There you go, from the horse's mouth.
I was going to say all complaints can go to www.gofuckyourself@gmail.com.
Yes, that too. Somebody actually ought to come up with that email address.
How do you know I don't already have that email address? Right. I may already have the www.throatpunchabitch.com and from Bustabitch Lane and Bustaho Tribe. May or may not. I'm not going to verify anything right now.
In the
I like being difficult.
In the near future, will any of those be verified?
Maybe.
So, Midnight, there's where you send all your complaints for anything that you may or may not hear on this show. And trust me, you will probably hear things that you do not want to hear on this particular show.
Listen, if it's any complaints, those will not be tolerated. I will personally make sure that it sends you a message back saying the email address you have sent does not recognize or is not available. Or it'll just sit there and be like, I'm sorry, your message was marked as spam. Please go play a game of hide and go fuck yourself. Whatever else I can come up with. I'm looking for a pop stick right now, so I'm a little distracted. Give me a minute.
Okay, well, I got an announcement to make. It seems that my favorite follower has came in and gave me my daily thumbs down. So I would like to say thank you.
All right.
I'd like to say thank you for the engagement. You have just let me know that, yes, you're still out there and that you still care enough about my content to give me a thumbs down. I truly appreciate the engagement. Keep up the fine work, whoever you may be. Now that that's out of the way, RL, let's go fishing.
All right. I could do that instead of going shooting, I guess.
Hey, I like fishing. I like shooting. No. Now, if you can figure out a way to do both at the same time, then you've got talent.
I got my son's fishing pole. I'm ready. Let's go.
There you go.
You wait a minute.
It's red and yellow.
I'm sure I have a fishing pole somewhere in this shithole of a car.
That's an interesting rod and reel you've got there, Gunpowder.
Thank you. It is the Cars rod and reel because my son is a huge fan of Mater.
I'd like to say I'm proud of you, Outlaw. You're checking out a girl's rod instead of guys' rods for a change.
You're a funny bitch. Yeah.
I'm not going to get myself one of them pink rods. I saw one at Walmart and I was like, no. But if they have a black and blue one, I'm gonna go for it.
Well, be careful when you start buying rods from Walmart, because chances are it's not going to be worth much. I
Well,
think.
I really probably don't need to buy one from Walmart because we've got quite a few here, and most of them are for um, like Mississippi River or Arkansas River fishing. What's the one that goes through Oklahoma? Mississippi? Arkansas.
No.
Okay, see, I got my issues. The Arkansas River is where we used to fish a lot when my grandma was alive. So
Yeah.
all the rods that we have are good for down by the.
I think we need
Uh,
to rename the Arkansas River.
yeah, it's the
I,
Arkansas
th- I think
River.
I think we need to rename it. I think it needs to be
Arkansas
called.
and the Canadian.
I think it needs to be called from this point forward the Ghost Tactical River, because we all know who
Uh,
rules Arkansas, and that's Ghost Tactical.
I will put that in. From this day forward, the Arkansas River shall be named the Ghost Tactical River.
Exactly. Exactly. I like it. I think it works. I think.
Listen, it might be the Arkansas and Canadian, but from this day forward, it is known as the Ghost Tactical River. Bless you. God bless you.
Yes. Yes.
God bless you. God bless you. Okay, you ain't getting no more than
Oh,
that. That's
look.
enough.
Hot damn, I got 3 thumbs down now. Look at this. I'm getting popular.
Man,
Sweet.
you becoming a big channel with your 3 thumbs down. I
Yeah, I
mean,
got.
usually it takes a lot of people to sit there and start doing 3 thumbs down. Look at
Hey,
you getting all
I
fancy and uppity.
I'm proud of my thumbs down. Damn it. I'm still the only person on YouTube that's actually had more thumbs down than people in the chat. So when you can manage that one, then you've done something.
That's pretty funny right there.
Yep. Yep. I had one night I had 23 people in the room and had what, 26 thumbs down. And how? Hey,
Holy crap.
I wasn't.
What did
Awesome.
you do?
I don't. I have no clue. I have no clue. But it's a record that I am very proud of, and I defy anybody to try to beat that record. So I, uh, I don't think anybody is ever going to touch that particular record. I think that's probably the most thumb downs anybody's ever had on, a video of this size. So that's a record. I'm pretty sure Night Strike has that record. Scott, I'm not sure if Night Strike has that record or not. Now he might be running a close second, but I hold the number one spot. Now let's see what else is going on out here over on the gun channel side. Let's see if anybody say anything. Oh hell, see, I jump over to the gun channel side and there's 2 people sitting there. I'm one of them and Slim is the other. Now, do you folks see a problem here? I definitely see an issue with that. Everybody's on the YouTube side, nobody's on the gun channel side, and those of you that are not on the gun channel side, which is everybody, should be ashamed of yourself. You should just go say 3 Hail Marys or something. That's just bad. That's not good at all. And I'm not even Catholic, so you're giving up gun channels for YouTube, and that's just that's just a bad sign. But I will have to say this: if you were just happen to be on gun channels because you were watching one of my other videos and then just happened to flip over to this one, then it's okay. I can let that slide. I can let that slide as long as you're just watching one of my other videos first, because apparently gun channels don't do well at storing those things for any length of time.
You mean people actually watch your channel?
Yeah, they actually do, believe it or not. They actually do. So I have a question. I see Ghost is hanging around out there. So Ghost, I got a question for you. How far do you live from the Ghost Tactical River? That's a question I don't think I've ever asked him. See, I need to know this. So hey Grim, how you doing? Grim, would you like a link? I'll ship you one out if you can jump in. If I ever, decide to go visit Ghost, I need to know how far the river is so I know where to go fishing. I live about 1 hour from my river. Oh, well, very good, Ghost. Very good. That's not bad at all. Ghost, do you fish at all? I am going to go over here on the gun channel side, and I'm going to send Grim a link just in case he wants to jump in here. There's no guarantee that he will, but if he can. And we seem to have lost RL. So, Gunpowder, what did you say to him? You seem to have lost.
Other than he had a purple shirt, not much.
Oh, good. You
I
must
mean,
have
he's
said
probably
something.
going to change. He's probably going to go change because he
Well,
can't handle having a purple shirt.
If he's going to change, he's doing it while he's driving, and I don't think that's too safe.
Oh, well, he may hit a bad area. Why's it got to be my fault? Maybe he just hit a bad area that has no signal and dropped him off. Or maybe Google Hangouts is being picky and just said, screw it. Maybe Google Hangouts don't like fluffy kitties.
Well, maybe he just got smart and decided this show sucks and he's not going to sit in it anymore.
No, it keeps coming back that don't reach too high.
Well, Ellis, I fish every now and then. Oh, well, Ghost, that's good. See, we need to get together and do some fishing.
I ain't been fishing in years. I need to.
That's what we ought to do is a gun channels
Fishing trip?
Fishing trip. Yes, exactly. I think that'd be great.
That'd be awesome. Gun Gals is actually talk about doing a fishing trip and a hunting trip, so it'd be nice to do like a gun channels fishing trip and hunting trip.
We could all meet up at on the Mississippi River somewhere, or or Ghost Tacticals River. One or the other.
One of them. It's all good.
Yeah.
One of them will work.
We could all meet up there, do some catfishing, have some fun, roast some weenies. No, not that kind of weenies, Gunpowder. Get your mind out of the gutter.
I wasn't even going to say nothing. I was going to say, if we're going to be fishing, we could sit there and just catch it and cook it as we go. See, told you. He'll be back.
Hey. I'm fucking back.
What happened?
I went through a dead spot.
Oh.
Called it.
Yep, you called it. You got lucky. That's the first time in months.
It really would be the first time in months.
Oh, somebody's sending me messages over here.
Oh, Tardot needs to get on the ball then.
Well,
I'm telling you.
Uh-oh. Night Strike wants a link. Should I do it?
Oh.
Yes. Yeah. Hey. I thought I was the boss of this. I approve Night Strike.
Well, nobody said you was the boss. You just said you was the one that authorized it.
Okay, well, I authorized Night Strike. How you like them apples?
Well, okay then. Night Strike, you can thank Gunpowder for your link. She expects you to wear a blue dress.
Shall not infringe on Night Strike's link.
No. There will be no blue dress.
No blue dress. Wow.
Hey.
But
Hey.
Don't make her mad.
Let her finish. Seriously, guys.
Here's the thing.
No, here's the thing. There will be no blue dress with the Night Strike. Okay, he got tortured enough in Tulsa. He survived 7 throat punches, and he's still walking. So there's no more blue dress.
Wait a minute. Who throat punched Night Strike 7 times?
I did.
Really?
Night Strike?
She did.
She throat punched you 7 times.
Not at the same time, consecutively.
Okay. Well, congratulations.
There were a couple minutes in between, so it wasn't all at once.
Did it manage to shut him up?
For a few minutes.
It did for a few minutes, but everyone forgot to bring a blue dress, and he didn't want to wear it out in public, and so the deal was I would throat punch him. So he got throat punched. Now the blue dress is over. But I'm totally a fan of Night Strike, especially since he's making GunTube and everything else. And there was a lot of people actually at NRA show who had heard of GunTube, and so that brought up a lot of great conversations.
Really?
People actually heard of GunTube.org?
Yes, there was a couple of people there that actually heard of GunTube.org. We were like, heck yeah, we know the guy.
Congratulations, Night Strike. You're moving up in the world.
Hell yeah. And I'm authorized today. How about that?
Yep.
Goes to the green dress tube chat.
Well,
Hey, Mr. Roboto.
Domo Arigato?
Yes.
Yes. So my question is this, Night Strike. Now that GunTube is up and going and you're finally getting somewhere with all the work that you've been putting in, what's going to be the big reward you're going to reward yourself with?
More 308 ammo.
More 308 ammo. Okay,
Hey, I've got the Setney C308 running fine now. So I like that more than the AR now, just because of the factor that 7.62 by 51 308 bigger caliber. Go big or go home.
See, That's why I like you. That's why I like you. Go big or go home.
Well, Night Strike is compensating for something, right?
Hey, that's one.
Am I going to get the stick now?
Yes, I will get my pop-up stick and I will bust your butt, sir. And then I'll put you in timeout.
Well, your husband's out in the chat, by the way. Say hello to him.
Why?
Because he's your husband and it's the right thing to do.
Hi, husband.
God. I think we should escalate to a pink dress, Tardot says. Tardot. That's
Tardot,
the only one that's going to be wearing a pink dress is Tardot because he wants to go to the Gun Gals range day. And the only way he's going to my range day with my Gun Gals is if he puts on a dress. So guess what, buddy? It better be pink. Don't make me get matching shoes and the corset for it.
I thought he was dressing up for Halloween. What was it? The Toxic Crusader, the pink tutu, and the mop.
Toxic Avenger.
I thought he was going to be a Budweiser girl, but I guess whichever one he wants. I think I'm going to go as Tank Girl.
He could always dress up as Pippi Longstockings.
But by the way, speaking of
could.
That actor has not aged well.
Who's that?
Most don't.
Yeah.
The girl off of Tank Girl.
Yeah.
I have not seen that movie in many, many, many years. So, as I recall it, I didn't think it was all that great.
It wasn't a great movie.
So
it actually bombed, but still.
I liked it, but it's not like on my top. It's not on my top 10. It was all right. Like if I can't find anything else to watch, I'll totally watch it again.
It's Lori Petty.
What would be on Gunpowder's top 10 movie list?
That might be a minute. It's kind of a. You're gonna say what?
I was gonna guess Roadhouse has to be up there since that guy Swayze rips a guy's fucking throat out instead of just punching it.
Definitely. Blazing Saddles, Suicide Squad, Las Vegas. Hold on.
Tarna just said porn.
I was pretty much thinking.
I was trying to keep it PG. I mean, that's of course going to be probably in the top 2
when the kids aren't around.
Yes,
which is hard.
So
yeah, because I can't sit there and say, "Oh yeah, I can watch that at night," because we've seen late night chats where my kids, either wake up or still awake. So,
or they told you to bite you.
Yeah, or they bust out with the, FUCKIT.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was my daughter the other day. I would repeat what she said, but she's literally standing right underneath me, so I figure it's better to spell it since she's not there yet.
Well, when we get her on recording saying "F you Tardot,"
yeah, but
then she's on the map.
That is true. That is true.
Then,
we get her saying that she's made it.
That's comedy gold right there.
Well, at this point, I don't think there's too many people that hasn't said "fuck you, Tardot."
There's really not, and I mean, it can all be thanked to Night Stripe because that was some funny shit that morning in Tulsa. But in his defense, he totally deserved it, just for the simple fact that, you banging on the door that early in the morning, there's something wrong with you.
If I was been there, I'd have been banging on the door too. Come on now.
Well, because you're an asshole.
I went to bed at like 8 o'clock. Being up.
Okay. Let's kind of take it into perspective, though. He had been told that I was coming into town, and he knew he was going to get throat punched. So the best way to avoid a throat punch is to not be around. So you got to give him a little slack. He's like, man, I got to get some rest. This bitch is about to come in and try to kill me. So, gotta give him a little slack.
So there you have it, Night Strike. She's taking up for you. She's defending you. I think you have a fan.
I am a fan. I'm a huge fan, just for the simple fact that there's what he's okay. I had maybe stuck to tape. What he's doing with GunTube, since YouTube is being what they're being. He's got us content creators in mind and trying to create another platform, and it's not one of those of I'm gonna do it. It's going to get done. And the fact that he's actually working to try to get it to where it needs to be so it can take over YouTube is freaking awesome.
Well, I'm not trying to replace YouTube. I'm just trying to make a space that just is accepting of good content.
Yes.
Other than Pornhub, right?
Right, because, I can't compete with Pornhub and YouTube.
I get where people are going, but I can't sit there and good thought send my kids over to that website and be like, here, go learn about guns. That's just weird.
Yeah, you leave room for a second, come up, pop up there with shit going on that you don't want your kids seeing.
I really don't. I mean, there's some stuff on there that makes me blush sometimes, so I don't want my kids seeing it.
Wait a minute. There's actually something in this world that makes you blush?
Yes, there is. It doesn't happen very often, but when it does.
Wow. That amazes me.
It happened.
That's
some of the stuff that I've seen amazed me. I was like, holy crap, they can bend like that. Whoa. Okay. So,
hey, there's some talented people in the world.
There are. And apparently they all go over to Pornhub.
Well, I don't go to Pornhub, so maybe I'm missing out on something.
Well,
you're totally missing out.
Listen, since I do have a confession to make, since I was in Tulsa and we did the whole Tulsa thing. Since nobody bought a blue dress or brought one, I went to the surplus store, that second day, and I was looking for blue camo, surplus Navy camo.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't have any of my size. I think someone's dying.
Yeah, so I think somebody has killed somebody else over at Gunpowder's place.
No, my kid's in the background screaming at his pawpaw.
Oh, well.
But I was looking for blue
back there.
A blue camouflage is not a blue dress there, Night Strike.
No, but I'm meeting him halfway with it being blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you were just trying to skate the edges of the agreement that you bailed out on. Because if I'm not mistaken, the agreement was that you were actually going to put on the blue dress and tufa.
But since he didn't, that's why he got punched.
I'll say this: if somebody, and it's like singing that song that they were wanting you to sing. If somebody would have put money on the table and said, "Hey, look, you sing this song, we will give you this money," I'd have been singing it all night long, brother.
Yeah, I didn't see it on the table.
All night long. Oh, sorry, I was.
They said they had it, but I didn't see it, and they were complaining about the prices of drinks. So I don't know.
Are you saying you didn't trust them to give you the money?
Not at all.
Yeah, I totally wouldn't trust them.
I think that if you'd have done it, Matt and the rest of the guys would ponied up. I think they'd have ponied up.
They might have.
No, I don't. I think they actually would have. Because all of these guys are upstanding citizens, guys like Ghost Tactical and
crap. I'm dropping stuff all over the place.
Tardot.
Oh no, you done lost the vote there. If you think Tardot's upstanding citizen, you done lost your damn mind.
Hey, Tardot's a good guy now.
Rodot
He's totally 219. He's a good guy, but that don't make him an upstanding citizen.
Oh, he's an upstanding citizen. He married you. That proves something.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck you, Outlaw. That's one. That is one.
No, that would be two because I got one earlier.
Oh, yeah. Well, shit, I can't count today. I ain't had no freaking coffee. You know what? Make that 3. Okay, that's 3. One more, and I'm going to drive to your state. I'm going to knock you the fuck out. That's what's going to happen.
Tardot, keep her home, brother. Keep her home.
If you do drive to South Carolina, I've got a backyard range that is open for business.
Well, I mean, if you're throwing that out there, I'll drive up there just for that.
And save me a throat punching.
You got some awesome. No, I know.
No, you're coming along.
Even if you don't, I know that he'll sit there and be like, "Hey, I know where he lives. Here's his address."
Well,
and then I'll go shoot guns, and I'll shoot some really awesome guns at his house, and then I'll make a trip over to your house just to throat punch you. Because you like talking so much shit.
Well, now I might surprise you. I can make a trip to, Night Strike's house and do some shooting myself.
Yeah,
Ghost, I said the backyard range is open for business. Damn it. Open your freaking ears.
Ghost, I think everything's open for business at Night Strike's place. Just to get that out there. Speaking of your range, are you planning on buying any hard targets or anything like that for your range?
Eventually, but right now, there's just no money for it.
I tell you what I would do.
I wouldn't shoot any of the close though, just for obvious.
No.
I think what I would do would get you a laser rangefinder and range that out back there to find out exactly what the distances are. Set up a couple gongs and stuff and get it set up.
Hey there, Alice.
You've got enough range out there to make it something really nice.
Yeah, it's just the problem is I need help getting rid of that brush, and I don't have enough money to go and either rent or pay someone to clear some of that out. That's the only problem.
Man, we cleared out 21 acres with a chainsaw and our hands and shovels. And
finish. I'm limited to just hand tools.
Okay.
Do what I can. It's not easy.
It's a little bit more work, but you want me to show you how to do it?
Hold on, RL's about to do some shooting here.
Oh, watch out.
Oh, that nice.
You missed.
A little bit of cheek slap.
A little bit of cheek slap, he said.
That'll wake him up.
I think so.
You guys awake now?
You
No,
missed.
that wasn't loud enough.
Nope, I'm still sleeping.
You missed.
Do you mind if I try that one?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Thank you.
And Night Strike's swearing that you missed. So
What's a shotgun? Night Strike could hit anything with us. Jeez.
Hey, Night Strike has a shotgun. Shut it.
Get a little bit of cheek slap from it.
It's not bad.
No, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
You won't mind. You guys won't mind that. If you don't mind him, you mind.
No, I don't give a shit. Shoot it. It needs tested. You guys got live range day going on.
yeah, this is entertainment right here now. This is good entertainment. Damn it, we done lost Night Strike.
He got scared.
Why would he get
You
scared,
to
dude?
see a 17-year-old beat whatever he can shoot.
Nah.
There we go.
He hit something. I seen something fly down yonder. I don't know what it was.
Not bad. I don't know. How far is that, do you think? About 25?
I'd
See what
say
you meant by
25.
cheek slap, though.
You do get cheek slap from it, yeah. We got like a styrofoam target down there about 25 yards. These are just game loads.
Well, put
This is
the
the
real
first
shit
four that
through
have
it.
been fired through this, so.
Well, okay,
Oh,
put some
really?
real shit through it now.
Well, that's the first time I fired it. I didn't know what to expect.
It's more of a smack than a.
Yeah, it's not horrible. All right, I'll stop interrupting your show now.
No, you're fine. I want to see you put some buckshot through that thing though. I want to see
You want to
put
see buckshot?
I
Oh,
want
dear
to see
God!
some real shit go through it. Stop pussyfooting around with the little shit. Put something real through there. There you go.
There's buckshot.
Do
Okay.
you mind if I? I'll go for my little target I got set up right now. Or you wanna? I'll let.
Let me
it's
do it
yours.
first.
I'll let you do that.
Shit.
Somebody hold it.
Let's
All
show
right, you see this.
that now. RL can show us how a man shoots a 20 gauge. Don't hurt yourself, RL. Look at that. He's ready. He's ready. There it is.
That kicks a little more.
Well, no shit. That's what I said. Put some real shit through it.
Oh no! You want to try a buckshot?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is live shooting. Thanks to brought to you by the Outlaw Hatfield channel.
Holding on that box.
Ouch.
RL? Does these people know they are live?
Ooh.
Apparently,
What'd
he
you
can't
hit?
hear me.
All right, what the hell? Here, go big or go home.
Oh, you got slugs.
Ooh, 2
Hey.
3/4 inch Magnum rifled slugs.
Now, this ought to be good, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes the slug ghost. You're about to get it.
100 or now they're the same. Shoot the
See-
Federals. They usually have snot to them.
This is what's great about my Tuesday show. You never know what you're going to see or hear, for that matter.
Oh, what do we want to destroy?
Why don't you hit the target right up front there on the see what?
Box?
Yeah, see if it's hitting on point of aim.
Don't hurt yourself, RL.
Oh,
Not bad.
that's not fun. Want a slug or buckshot?
I'll take a slug.
What?
Yeah, I'll take a slug.
Slug.
Hey, RL, can you hear me?
Yo, I got
Do-
my ears down now for a second.
Well, do they
Here comes another
realize?
slug.
Do they realize that they're on camera? First of all,
Oh yeah.
and do they realize it's live?
Yep.
Okay, just making sure.
Oh, I think we just bent a steel target in half.
With a 20 gauge?
That's a rifled slug.
Oh well, I guess
Not bad.
that'd make a little more sense.
I want one. What we got there?
Oh,
One
gunpowder
o'clock.
left.
No, she's back.
So I'm scaring everybody away with the gunfire. Everybody's triggered.
Yeah, you've been scared not strike off.
Listen, my phone died. I had to plug it back in, but I'm back. I ain't getting scared. You gotta take a lot more than that to scare this girl.
That ain't what Tardot said.
Well, Tardot's full of shit.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
And she's shaking in her boots.
Whatever. I ain't wearing no boots. Liar.
Hey, Tardot, how you doing, brother?
He said,
All right.
"Hi, Tardot. How you doing?"
And no response.
He's waving like a gay girl.
That's because he is a gay girl.
Hi, Hatfield.
He is a gay girl. That's why his nickname's Jason Statham.
Well, it's okay though. We accept all kinds around here.
Yeah.
Gay, straight.
Listen, they accept you for who you are. Here, let me unplug my headphones.
Do it better.
He's gonna do it better. Oh shit.
Gays do it better. They know what you want.
That's what I've heard. I don't have any
why-
experience.
Midnight. Y'all got that bromance going on. I mean, I'm just not your type, I guess. You like those mohawks, and he's a better cooker than I am.
I got nothing, ladies and gentlemen. This is a private argument. I'm just gonna stay my ass out of it. I do not get into marital arguments. That's a dangerous situation. And I tell you what, if it turns into a fist fight, my money is definitely on gunpowder.
See, that's why I love you. That's why I love you.
Because I think she'd kick Tardot's ass.
I totally would, but you know.
Let's see. I said the same. I said the same thing about Ghost and his wife. If they ever got into an argument, my money's on her. She's Japanese. She'd stomp a mud hole in him.
Listen, I've actually met Ghost Wife, and I second that. If they get in a fight, my money's on her.
I could just see her little arms and legs going everywhere. Ghost not knowing what to do. Help me, Lord, help me. That'd be worse than his basic training when he went through the Marine Corps.
Definitely got a good sense of humor, so I don't think it's got anything to worry about.
Yeah, she did hang out with us Saturday night. So, you know. Yeah, wife and daughter hung out with us.
Hey, Philo, how you doing? John Z's out there. John, would you like a link, my friend? I normally send you one, but you wasn't on the gun channel side, so I didn't. Which is just weird for you, by the way.
Right?
Yeah. The one time I expect him to be there, he's not. There, John Z, I sent you a link.
Hello.
Philo's out there. How you doing, Fee? Raphael's out there. Guys, we're slow. That's the problem with this 6 o'clock slot. Nobody gets home from work until after 6:30.
I'm off report.
Yeah. Hey, Sean, how you doing? See, now we got some people showing up. Now we're going to have a show.
You are off work from the gun shop doesn't mean you off work.
Yes, it does. Don't let her talk to you like that.
Shut up. Or I'm going to give you a list of things to do, too.
I'm in South Carolina. I ain't worried about your list.
I don't care if you're in South Carolina.
Your list does not affect me one way or the other.
It will when I show up and have a pop-pop stick. Keep mouthing me, sir. Keep mouthing me. I'm going to bust out a can of whoop ass on you so quick. I'm going to have to bless your heart and bake you dinner, too.
Tardot is not going to let you leave Texas to come throat punch me.
Her dad ain't my daddy. He don't tell me what to do.
Well, no. I'm sure he could hog tie you. Wait a minute, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
I wish he would. I wish he would.
See, I need to stop and think about what I'm saying. Yes, it's over on the gun channel side there, John. Go, you don't listen. Pay attention.
That's the last one for the kids.
John Z, if you paid attention to what I had said earlier and go check on the gun channel side, you will have a link waiting for you.
John Z, if you don't start focusing and paying attention, I'm gonna get my pop stick and bust your butt too.
Hold on now. You got to take a few things into consideration when it comes to John. First of all, John is in New York, so he's kind of
Throw
slow.
one more thing at me, and I'm going to throat punch you and knock you the hell out.
Oh God, John's want me to actually email him a link. Oh, okay.
Hey, I don't know what it is with the links being sent out the past couple of weeks, but I can't get nothing to work on my cell phone unless it's sent through email.
Let's see. John, I'm not even sure I have your email address. So.
The John Z Project at gmail.com.
Well, Dano wants a link, so Dano gets a link. Let's see. People drive me crazy. You always got to be difficult.
Who makes the think button hurt about half seconds, sir?
Here you go, John. There's your link. I just emailed it to you. Good Lord. See, Dano gets it. He understands. Gun Channels is a much better platform than this whole, YouTube thing. How you doing, Dano?
I said it's nothing. That's just
Let's see if we broke some steel.
What's up, boys and girls?
Oh no, right there.
Oh, it's Mr. Handicap Link.
Yeah, seriously.
Thank you very much.
That's just wrong, dude. That's just wrong.
No, I'm imagining the face that you're making when you're saying that.
You would be correct. But anyway, so my computer's down, and I've been up since 4:00 this morning, and I started my CDL training, and I'm exhausted. So I didn't want to play around with my computer trying to figure out how to get it to run again.
Well, congratulations.
A river, buddy. Cry us a river.
Well, no, I think you're misinterpreting this, Mr. Ellis, that this is something to be congratulated upon. Did you hear he is beginning his concealed carry process?
What?
No, not the concealed carry process.
No, my commercial driver's license training.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Well, he's working on being productive. Yay.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm proud of him for that.
It's also, I put in an application for Uber and Grubhub.
Okay, what is Grubhub?
You know how Uber has Uber Eats?
Yes.
Grubhub is just another service like that.
Yeah.
No, so basically it's somebody you call to bring you food to your house.
Correct.
Yep. Pretty much.
Cool deal. And I guess
it's just easier dealing with that than it is with people. So.
Oh, you'll still deal with people.
Yeah, but not the whole time. you're driving.
The first time you get to a restaurant that says the order's ready, but it's not, that will be number one.
Right, but with Grubhub, you get paid from the time you get the call, so I don't really care.
Okay. The second will be when you get to the customer's house and they say, "That's not what I ordered."
Well,
I'm not taking this.
That's why you're supposed to check and make sure the food is correct. The website says that when you apply for them.
Okay. So if it says it on the order form, but it's not in the bag, there's something else in the bag.
What?
That's the restaurant, not the person picking up. Because all the times that I've gone, it's stapled and it's got the receipt of who the person's name is on the bag.
You and I know that.
Go.
Customers don't care. All what they care about is what's in the bag. And I'm only saying this because I don't do that service for that reason. But I also I know a number of other Uber drivers that do the Uber Eats, and those two things that I mentioned are what they tell me are the two biggest issues.
I've never had that issue.
Well, if you take a look at a lot of videos, people have really good videos on how to handle those kind of situations. So when it comes to the food delivery part of it, at least, you have extra things in your car, like you grab extra straws, you grab extra napkins. That's number one. So you keep that stuff in your car. Number two is you look through the order. You don't open up the individual items, but you look through the order to make sure everything is there. It takes literally 15 seconds out of your time and move on.
Okay. Were you going to get the plastic totes so you don't have to worry about like grease stains?
Yes.
Like that?
Yes.
And I would suggest getting different size totes, some big, some small, sort of a thing.
Oh, they have whole packages you can buy, all sorts of combinations you can buy.
That sounds like just a one great big pain in the ass kind of a job.
No, not really. And the best part about it, from what I hear so far at least, Grubhub, you make more money than you do with Uber.
Oh, yeah, because everybody's wanting to eat.
Yeah, well, and Grubhub is really, really used in bigger cities.
How do they structure the compensation?
You start getting paid from the time you get the order.
Is it by time or by distance or by time and distance?
By time and distance.
Okay, so it's just like Lyft and Uber. So much per mile and so much per minute.
You're actually getting paid more than Uber from what I gathered from the videos people were doing.
Mm-hmm. Well, I would also assume that since people are more accustomed to tipping for delivery food, you're probably more likely to get a tip.
With Grubhub, correct.
Yeah. Where people think that Uber and Lyft are like non-tipping services in many areas. So you're lucky to get 1 out of 5 people give you $1.
Right. And the rates are higher in bigger cities. So over here, It would be better than if someone did it in Philadelphia or something. I don't know.
But yeah, because of the tipping, the potential to make more is there, as long as it doesn't suck more time out of it. And like I said, I have not done it. So,
well, I'm just gonna start doing it just to see what it's like and see what happens.
Oh yeah.
So
now, do they have a bonus system like the other ones do? Like if you get over 50 rides, you get like $100 or something like that.
Correct.
Those bonuses differ usually from market to market.
Right. But again, you live where you live, so you have to deal with whatever market you're in.
Right.
But, they have different promotions all the time. So
right. And there are some markets that have none.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
I mean, just because it's supply and demand. If they don't need people to drive the food there, then there's going to be no bonus.
Right. And then it's really not worth getting a car, and it's probably best if someone really does want to still do it as additional income or pocket change for the week. They're probably better off buying a scooter or doing it by bicycle.
I would think that the bicycle you'd be limited as far as obviously how many different addresses you can do, because you only have so much space. And then you also have the issue of food getting, I'll say, slightly crunched because again, you don't have the space. And then,
well, if you're talking about the regular 10-speed bike, people have baskets they tie to the bike anyway.
Most of the places around here, you can't use a motorcycle or a scooter or any of that. It has to be a car.
Oh, in New York City, it's car, bicycle, moped, motorcycle, skateboard.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm just thinking if you have to go back, let's say for each order, you have to go back to the restaurant, that reduces the customers per hour that you can service, versus if you can get, let's say, 3 orders out of a restaurant and then go deliver all 3 and then come back, you're going to be more efficient and thus make more money.
Well, again, anybody can bring up all the negative stuff, but
that's not negative. That's positive.
No, the fact of the matter is all jobs have issues. So you just grin and bear it and do your best that you can. You know, I know you have issues being an Uber driver because I hear people talking about it all the time, but you grin and bear it and you do the best you can.
It's just about going into anything with both eyes wide open.
Right, but you understand that. A lot of people, they'll just complain about everything until the point where they're not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
So,
in fact, I had one issue, and this is the first time this has ever happened to me. Maybe I've been lucky. Is this area that I drive has a reputation for being very violent, and this is borne out by the statistics in the newspapers. And I had a pickup at a bar that I had not been to before. It was on the side of town that's known to be a big giant hood area. We'll leave it at that. And it was a medium-sized parking lot. So I pulled into the parking lot, and then I pulled around to the opposite side, so I was as far away from the entrance as possible because it was busy. And there were about 15 people hanging outside the entrance, and I didn't want to be right over by all those people. So I pulled over to the opposite side, and I kind of like parallel parked next to 2 cars that there was nobody in, so I wasn't blocking anybody. And I got out of my car, and on my car, I have a big magnet on the side that says Uber and another one that says Lyft. So it's clearly who I am and why I'm there. Well, from like 30 feet away there, and by the way, I'm the only person of my color there. And this plays a role in a moment. Is from about 30 feet away, there's a guy with a flashlight who's dressed casually, like he's just going from bar to bar to bar. You know, he certainly doesn't look like he's working or anything. He just has a flashlight, and he says, "Hey, you motherfucking cracker, get your ass out of here. You're blocking people. Get your fucking ass out of here." And I tell him that I'm here to pick up a customer, and he says, "I don't give a fuck who the hell you are. Get the fuck out of here." And now he's starting to walk towards me. Okay, I don't know who this guy is. He certainly doesn't look like an employee. And then a guy about 10 feet behind him, I don't know if the other guy was yelling at me or yelling at him. And started in with the motherfuckers and you know, all that kind of shit all over again. And again, I was blocking nobody. And my customer just happened to come up at that second. Also, now there's 2 white guys in the parking lot. And I said, "Get in before I have to drive away immediately." But the customer saw this coming up from behind this black guy, didn't know who the black guy was either, and he was actually a customer at the bar. And he asked me, he said, "Did something happen before I got there?" And I said, "No." I said, "I told him that I was here to pick up a customer." And he said, "Sometimes they do that to white people that accidentally pull into the parking lot because they can." So it's just, and again, it's, you know, although I've been working in this market for 2.5 years, I've not been to that particular business. I've been to other what I'll call all black bars before and not had that problem, because I'm simply there to provide a service. And most of them, I think, would recognize that, especially seeing the big giant Uber stickers on both sides of the car. But I was taken a bit back, and of course, being that I may or have been not been under the protection of my rights, that plays a role after the fact as far as thinking about it. I had no thoughts at the time, because although he had started to walk towards me, he was walking what I'll call slowly, and he started flashing me in the face with a flashlight too. And that's why I was very close to getting in the car and driving away, because I didn't know what I had literally driven into.
It's a dangerous situation to be in, brother.
So, I mean, and not that thing's common or uncommon, whatever. It's just an example of if you deal with the general public long enough, you will have situations happen that are totally unexpected.
And that's the reason why I moved 45 minutes away from where I used to live.
And being called names doesn't, nobody likes being called names, but it doesn't like make me mad where I want to get my game on and shit like that. No, not in the least. I'm just thinking, why are you being so stupid?
Dano, stop playing around. We know you down with the homies. Yeah, where I used to live before where I live now was surrounded by projects. So yeah, I know exactly what you were going through at that moment.
And my customer told me, as I mentioned, that they did it because they knew they could get away with it.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to be in that situation. Period. That's like I said. That's a dangerous situation to be in. That could have went south real quick. First of all, grant you flashing a flashlight into your eyes could be considered a threat, because if he blinds you and is walking towards you while you're blinded, who knows what's going to happen when he actually gets up on you. Situation like that, you had the right thing in mind. Just get the hell out of Dodge. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Contact the customer, said, look, I'm across the street. You walk over here, you can get your ride, but I'm not going back in that parking lot.
Right. And I knew that bar existed. I had just never been there to pick up a customer. So And I usually go to, if it's a situation like that, I'll go a little bit further away from the door to where there's less people. But, there are no guarantees.
No, there's never guarantees. But when you're dealing in a service like that, and that's your job, things can get hairy in a hurry. I mean, I've dealt with stuff similar to that doing security work,
Because I think, as an example of it's in a related industry like delivering pizzas or delivering food, where you're actually walking up to the door and now you're literally within an arm's reach of what may or may not be somebody who's having a good time or somebody's having the worst night of their life. And now there you are.
Well, you could discuss what ifs all night long.
Well, no, these aren't what ifs. These things happen.
Well, yeah, we know they happen, but you can't relate them to every single thing you do, because then you'll become I don't know.
Paranoid.
Well, no, but you do have to realize that can and does happen. That's what I'm saying. Both eyes wide open.
Yeah, I think what John is trying to get at is it doesn't happen to everybody. Just because you've been in the business doesn't mean that kind of situation is ever going to happen to you.
Oh, man.
That may have happened to you, but that's not to say it's going to happen to someone else. I mean, those situations do happen, but not everyone out there encounters those kind of situations.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It doesn't happen to every driver. That would be true.
And if everybody thought like this, nobody would apply for the jobs. So try to be a little more positive, right?
No, try to be both wise open and know where not to go. I mean, I know a lot of drivers that literally don't take requests from that area.
Well, then they lose out eventually because of that if they keep doing
Right.
that.
Well, yeah, but it's a downside that they're willing to accept.
I know
the question is the risk worth the reward?
Nobody could fault anybody for not wanting to do something, but in the end, it's that individual's right to do it, and the repercussions of losing the job or not making money is on their heads, nobody else's. But again, didn't mean to take you off the subject. Just wanted to let you guys know what was up with me. So let's go back to, let's try to get RL back on and see what else he's shooting.
I think RL has probably got back on the road. He was heading to work, so he just wanted to stop off and do a little range time on his way.
Yeah, I was asking when he turned on his camera, just like, why is RL not at work?
No, he was on his way. That's he did the same thing they did last week or the week before. He stopped a couple weeks ago. He stopped and went fishing on the way to work.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so, and we got to watch him do some fishing, so that's always cool. I love to fish and love to see other people fish. So
yeah, I would love to be able. I would love to have access to do that. More than I do, obviously.
Me too. I wish that we could get out and go fishing where we're at in Texas, but every time we think about going,
Hey, Gunpowder, you're blocking the speaker.
Yeah,
okay. Let me hold my phone. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes. Now we can hear you.
Okay, I had to pick my phone up. Apparently, laying it down is not going to work. But yeah, I wish that we could get out and go fishing. It's been years since I've been, and every time that we tried to go, we'd have everything ready and then get out there, and either one thing or another was not where it should be or working out.
I was planning on doing some fishing this week. I just didn't get out there. So next week, I'm definitely getting out to do some fishing. Hopefully, I'm trying to locate a decent camera with that I can, basically I want to figure out a cheap kit that I can just do some filming down by the river. And
hey, Dano, didn't you just pick a camera up recently?
No.
Oh, you were just looking into it?
The phones, because I'm having an intermittent problem with my phone, unrelated to what you guys are talking about.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I'm planning on doing some filming of me fishing down there. So it's a beautiful area, it really is. But where I fish, it's from the boat landing to where I fish, I have to walk about a mile and a half. So I normally got a big backpack on my back and a 357 on my hip. So and hopefully I don't run into any more gators. That was interesting last year.
You never showed us your gator coat.
Well, that's because I don't have a gator coat. Me and
57 couldn't handle it, huh?
Me and the gator had a come to Jesus. Well, I didn't have 357 last year. Last year I had the 9mm.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was taking down there with me.
So are you that close to the coast, or just that far enough south?
Oh, I'm both.
Okay.
I'm literally 15 miles from the ocean. So it's all brackish water where I fish on the Savannah River here. So
you get sharks as well then?
Oh yeah, sharks, alligators. I'm hoping one of these
what's
days.
going on, fuckers?
Hey, there he is.
Yeah, he's back.
Hey, Black Cat.
I'm hoping one of these days to run across a shark fighting an alligator. That'd be just cool shit.
Do you ever catch a gar?
Not a gar. but I have caught bowfins and I have caught snakeheads.
I couldn't stay away from fishing, Chad, even though I was shooting guns.
Yeah, well, I told you we was going to discuss a little bit of fishing tonight, so it just sort of worked out that way. But we were talking about you stopping by and going fishing on your way to work a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And didn't catch a dang thing.
Option tonight. It's a pretty nice night. No, not a damn thing. Well, yeah, that was at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, it wasn't that long.
You got to understand that we had so much rain here. Yeah, but it was right after they stocked, and we've had so much.
Oh,
you don't have seasons like we do up here, buddy. That was a stocked creek I was fishing.
All fancy and whatnot.
Yep.
Slim,
yep.
how you doing?
I am fancy.
So
yeah, those guys all knew they were going live on YouTube. They're all subs of mine, actually.
So what do you guys fish for? I know RL fishes trout.
Well, who fishes
Everything.
to eat and who fishes to catch and release?
It depends on my mood. To me, it just depends on the mood that I'm in and whether or not I want to eat some fish. If I'm wanting to eat fish, I will take catfish that's between, I don't know, a foot and, 16, 18 inches long. I don't want anything any bigger than that. And you catch one or two of them, you get a couple nice steaks out of them. Everything else, catch and release. I don't catch it. I don't keep anything any smaller than that. I don't keep anything any bigger than that. Everything else is catch and release. I don't know. Somebody playing with something.
That may have been me shaking up my water bottle.
Oh, well. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm looking at the clock and it is 19:11.
All right.
It is perfect time. Perfect time. I just happened to glance.
John Browning hour.
Yep. The hour of the Browning.
I only ever keep fish. I don't ever keep fish as if we're on like a camping trip or something. I want to do something over the campfire. Other than that, I pretty much throw everything back.
Now, how do you clean your trout, Ariel?
How do I what?
How do you clean your trout?
How do I clean my trout? All I do is just start back at the back by where their butt, slit them up and kind of cut up behind their gills. I reach in and pull everything, pull all the innards out, and I just season them from the inside and wrap them in foil and throw them over a fire most of the time. That's what I do when we're camping.
Yeah. Is that where
I leave the skin and the heads on?
Is that where you make a hole up by their neck and then you just reach your finger in and go from the head down to the tail?
Yep. Yeah, but first you got to cut them down. Right at their tail is where it's not actually a butt. I guess it is their butt. It's kind of their everything.
Right.
There's a little hole right there, and you stick your knife in there. Comes straight up to right where their gills kind of are. Yep. And then you come up each side behind their gill, and you kind of open them up, and you can grab right at the top of where their throat is and just pull down, and you can pull everything right out all in one shot.
Yeah, I remember doing that as a kid, just reaching my finger in there, up between the gills, and then, it was slit through the belly, and then just pulling it straight on through to the anus or whatever it is.
That's what you do. You just want to rip out right from the gills down. It should pull everything right out. Like I said, I always leave the head on and just kind of with that cut in it. And then before you serve it, if people are squeamish, but the head actually keeps, if you wrap it in foil like that, and I put like butter and garlic and lemon and stuff it inside, I wrap them up tight in one layer of foil and then kind of loosen another layer of foil, the fire like that. But keeping the head up in the top like that, it makes steam in there, like basically the head cooking puts off steam, helps keep it moist. That's what I was always taught. Way my dad taught me anyway.
So that's how I've always done trout too. Now catfish is a different story. I'll cut fillets out of catfish.
Yeah, catfish we always skinned and took fillets.
We never skinned them. We never.
Oh no.
Nope. We just fillet them out. You know, if you get a good fillet knife, that's real easy, especially a good flexible one. You can just bend that knife over and cut right up, get everything out. It's not a real.
So we always
job.
did the just cut them around the head area, around like where their head is, just to nail their head to a board. Take a piece of like a pair of needle nose pliers and just pull the skin right off all the way to the back. Then take a fillet knife, cut the fillets.
Yeah. Well, we do that, but we just don't bother with the whole skin on them first. Because, like I said, if you got a good flexible fillet knife, and you don't want a fillet knife that's real stiff anyway. I mean, that's just defeating the purpose because you need something that's going to be able to bend.
I don't have that problem. Nothing on me is stiff anymore.
Yeah, well, that sounds like a personal problem to me. But
too much information.
We never skinned them. We just filleted them out and threw them on the fire. Get some of that belly meat and around them jaws. Get the belly.
See, we always fried. We always did catfish. We did a fish fry.
Oh yeah, man. Yep. I'll tell you what, there ain't nothing like grilled up catfish. Throw some fillets on that grill and just let them sit for a little while. That's the best way to eat a catfish, in my opinion.
So I don't like keeping the catfish in the river here just because I know what all dumps into that river. There's a couple ponds I'll catch catfish out of around here. They're pretty good. I don't mind eating those ones, but you never get real big ones out of there. They're only maybe like 16, 18 inches, but they're actually good eating.
Yeah. Well, I don't like farm raised catfish, so I don't eat a whole lot of it from certain places because I know it's all farm raised stuff. When it comes to catfish, it's one of those things I like to catch myself, and I try to stay away from tilapia when I go out to a restaurant or something. I'll order tuna, I'll order salmon, but as far as catfish, when it comes to catfish, I like it fresh caught for the most part.
Now, salmon and steelhead up here is big in the fall. Temperature starts dropping. That'll be salmon and steelhead season, falling into the spring.
I have never caught steelhead or salmon. I wouldn't know the first thing about fishing for them.
It's basically like fishing for a giant trout. I mean, if you're actually fishing for it, all steelhead are is a big trout, really. They're just a big brook trout. But salmon's a lot of people snag salmon. If you're actually fishing for salmon, it can be tough because when they're running, they're not really eating that well because they come upstream and breed and die. So you're catching them at the end of the life. Don't really eat a whole lot. You kind of got to just hook them.
Hey, Gunpowder, you still here?
I think she left us when I came in.
Yeah, she's gone.
Oh, okay.
Which is fine because, gentlemen, Ghost Tactical show's about to start here in about 30 minutes or so, 45. So we are going to call this one done for the night.
All right.
I'd like to
my shoulder needs to recover anyway.
I would like to thank all my outlaws out there for stopping by, saying hello, and spending a little time with us this afternoon, evening, whatever the case may be. I guess in some parts it's just now, 3 o'clock. So you guys have a good night. Don't forget, we have Tactical Tuesdays coming up at 8 o'clock tonight. At 9 o'clock is Hit or Miss with Night Strike. You don't want to miss that one. And at midnight, we will have, of course, the Daily Gun Show with G Webs and whoever else is going to be on there. That's different from night to night, so I'm not sure, other than Angelina, who's probably going to be on there tonight. So You guys hit all those shows up if you can, and we appreciate you. Remember to go over to Gun Channel, sign up. It's free. It's a lot better than YouTube, guys. It really is. You get. I can actually see who's out in the chats. You can talk to some of the guys over there. Anybody on this panel right now is over on Gun Channels. You can stop in, talk to us, say hello. All the information you could ever want about guns, you can find over there. Somebody knows something about any gun you're wanting to know about. So, do you guys have anything to plug, Dana?
At the moment, no.
John Z, you plugging anything tonight?
Just go check out gunchannels.com, and I'm going to be going to bed shortly, so I need to sleep.
Yeah, you get you some rest, brother, man. RL, you plugging anything?
Oh, I should have a couple new videos out this week, so keep your eye open, and I'll probably be on a couple chats throughout the week. You never know. I did a litter box late night one last night, so.
Yeah, I know. I was busy last night. Sorry I didn't make it.
Yeah, what the hell happened to you, see?
I was tied up.
Oh.
Here we go. That means it's the beginning of the end.
What was his name?
Go fuck yourself. Slim, you got anything to plug?
Nah, just check out my channel. I do reviews and stuff, and yeah, that's about it.
What are you reviewing these days? Anything special?
Just did a Model 69 review that I kept trying to cut down short, but it ended up being 20 minutes. I did a review on the Flintlock 50 caliber Pirate pistol. That was pretty cool. And today I'm shooting a video talking about like the New York Reload and carrying multiple pistols.
Nice. There you go. Good information to have. And I don't know about the rest of these guys, but I'd actually watch a 20-minute video on a Model 29.
Now, Model 69. The 29 video I managed to keep shorter. The 69, because it was a new gun, there was so much information to cover that I kept reshooting it, and I'm like, it's going to be 20 minutes.
And Ellis, it's not the kind of 69 you think it is.
Yeah, I guess I should clarify that.
Yeah. Well, he's talking about a gun, ladies and gentlemen, not the axe.
It doesn't.
The gun.
Ellis, you're not in a 69. It doesn't count when you're hog tying your date.
You're funny. Okay, guys, we're out of here. Y'all have a good night. We will catch you all next time.
Later, all.
See y'all later.
Shall not be infringed.
Never infringed.